Want to know a classic mistake that most coaches, especially beginning coaches, tend to make? One that is a costly, very expensive mistake, one that can cause you to repel clients rather than attract clients? Well, stay tuned. I'm going to tell you exactly what that one mistake is.
That me though. That me though. I ain't got no problem with what you do. I'ma do me though. Yeah. I like chains on top of my chains for real, but that's me though.
Hello, my name is Timothy Flemming Jr. and I help individuals transform their stories and expertise into signature coaching programs so that they can maximize their impact as well as their income. And today I want to talk to you about a classic mistake that most coaches, particularly beginning coaches, tend to make. And this is a very expensive, very costly mistake, and it's one that most coaches don't even realize they are making. So what is that mistake? What exactly is that mistake, and how do you fix it? Well, the classic mistake that most coaches, and particularly beginning coaches, tend to make is they tend to lead with their credentials rather than leading with outcomes. So let me explain exactly what I mean by that. When we talk about credentials, we're talking about all of the degrees, the certifications, the licensing, all of those things that we work very hard to get. Now, credentials are awesome. They are wonderful. It's awesome when you can say that, hey, I'm certified or I'm licensed or I have, this degree or that degree. I mean, those are incredible. They are truly deserving of respect because your credentials, they do speak for you. They explain, they express how hard you've worked to master your craft, to understand the craft that you're doing. They really speak on your behalf and highlight all of the hard work that you've put into developing the skill set that you have. So credentials, they are important. They are very important. They are incredible. But credentials are not necessarily, and listen, this is the hurtful truth. For some people, this is going to be just a cut straight to the heart, but this is the hurtful, honest truth, that when you lead with your credentials, most cases you actually repel clients rather than attract them. I want you to understand this, that people are not necessarily as impressed with your credentials as you think they are. Although impressive, they are not as impressive as results, outcomes. And this is the mistake, like I say, a lot of beginning coaches tend to make. They'll lead with their credentials. They'll try to tout their credentials, thinking and assuming that their credentials are going to impress and win people over and cause people to line up to want to work with them. But that's not necessarily true. It's because of this that many people disqualify themselves from becoming coaches to begin with, because they feel as if they are not qualified. I don't have the credentials. I don't have degrees. I don't have certifications. I don't have a license. And so a lot of people, they have the skill set, they have the expertise and the knowledge to transform other people's lives. But because they don't have the credentials, they just eliminate themselves and disqualify themselves and assume that they are not good enough. But what you fail to realize is that people are not interested in your credentials. They're interested in one thing: results. So I want you to, I'm gonna give you a good example. I want to ask you, which one sounds more convincing to you? Which one sounds more convincing? Hello, I am a licensed marriage counselor. Sign up and work with me if you want to get your marriage together. I'm a licensed counselor and I can help you get your marriage together. So go ahead and sign up with me because I'm a licensed marriage counselor. That or this. I have a 30-day program that can drastically improve the quality of your communication within your marriage so that you and your spouse can develop a greater level of trust and intimacy and hence avoid the divorce court. Which one sounds better to you? The first one, hello, I'm a licensed marriage counselor, follow me, trust me. Or the second one, I have a system, a 30-day system that can get you said results in X amount of time so that you can avoid this pain. Which one sounds better to you? Most people would agree the second option sounds a whole lot better. The second option, I'm leading with the results. I'm telling you what result I can get for you. I can help you improve the quality of your communication within your relationship. And I'm telling you how long it's going to take me to do it. And I'm also expressing to you what pain I can help you avoid just by mastering this skill. That's a whole lot different than the first option where I'm saying, hey, I'm a licensed counselor. Come book a call with me. I'll help you get your marriage together. I'm licensed. Like, who cares? And I know that like I say, it may sound offensive to some people, but you may be more impressed with your credentials than other people are. And that's where the problem comes in, because you're looking at what makes you tick, what moves you, what excites you, but you're not thinking about the client and what moves them. And like I said, this is the classic mistake that many people make. They want to lead with their credentials. I'm licensed, I'm certified, I have degrees. And those things, albeit impressive, they are not as impressive as the result that you can get for the client. You see, clients are only looking for results. They are not looking for gurus. They are looking for guides that can help lead them into the transformation they are looking for. So they are not as impressed with your credentials. They are more so impressed by the results that you can get them. Now, this is very important right here. People don't pay for experts. They pay for guides. They don't pay for gurus. They pay for guides. People don't hire experts. People hire individuals who make them feel the most understood. And if you can communicate with the prospect, with the client, that, hey, I understand your struggle and your pain. I understand what you're dealing with, and I can help you get the result that you're looking to get. That communicates, that resonates with the client a whole lot more than you simply saying, I have a PhD. Trust me. Well, I don't really know you and I don't really care about you. All I care about is what results I'm trying to get for myself. Can you help me get those results? Then I'll hire you. Let me give you another analogy to further break this down and kind of explain it here. When was the last time you went to a restaurant and said, I'm not going to eat a single item on this plate until I first speak to the chef? I want to speak to the chef, just kind of get to know the chef. I want to find out everything about their background, upbringing. I want to know about your history, your political and religious views and ideology. I want to know, and most importantly, I want to know about your schooling. I want to know about what culinary arts school you went to. I want to see your GPA. I want to know if you graduated top of the class or if you barely made it by, because I'm not going to eat anything on this plate until I first find out your credentials and get to know everything about you, chef. You know, when was the last time you even asked those questions when you went to a restaurant, or even thought about that? Never. The only thing you cared about is, does the food taste good? That's all. You never asked about the credentials of the chef. You didn't even care who the chef was. Literally, you could care less. The chef could be a bum off the streets. Literally, could be a bum off the street. The chef could be a rat hiding under someone's chef hat, pulling their hair and controlling them like a puppeteer in the kitchen. You don't know. You don't care, because you don't care about the chef nor the chef's credentials. You only care about the results. how good the food tastes. That's all. Here's another good example for you. When was the last time you went to the hospital and said, I want to check the credentials of the nurses? If there's one place that you should be concerned about someone's credentials, it's the hospital of all places. For goodness sakes, the nurses and doctors are holding your health. They're holding your life in their hands. So if there's any place you should want to know about credentials, it should be the hospital. And yet you never once even ask a single nurse, I want to see your credentials. I want to know, did you even graduate from nursing school? Did you even get a degree or a certificate or whatever the case is? Before you put me under an x-ray machine, I want to know if you're qualified. You never even ask any questions. And when the doctor walks into the room, all you see is a man or a woman wearing a white coat, carrying a clipboard in their hand, and you don't even ask a single question. Not one question. You don't stop and say, Doc, before you administer any medical treatment or hand me any kind of medication, I just want to know, can you tell me a little bit about your background, your history? I want to know where you grew up. What are your religious and political beliefs? Can you tell me about, most of all, what college you graduated from? What medical school you went to? And also, can you provide documentation of your GPA? I just want to know, were you top of the class? Were you in the middle? Or were you all the way at the bottom, just barely skirting by? Before you give me any medicine, I want to just find out that information. When was the last time you asked that question? Never. You don't even care. And that's the one place you should care, but you don't. Because the only thing you care about is, look, Doc, I'm in pain. What do you have to stop the pain? That's all. All I want, I came here to get results. I didn't come here to engage in conversation and find out about you. I just came so that you can give me something to stop my pain. That's all. That's all. You don't even know the doctor's name, for goodness sakes. All you know is, look, this person can help me stop my pain. That's all I care about. That's all. So if you are not that concerned about a person's resume, if you're not concerned about someone else's credentials, if you don't care about someone else's credentials like that, what makes you think clients care about yours? Clients are concerned about one thing: results. This is what we mean when we talk about positioning. Positioning. The classic mistake that most beginner coaches make, they wrongly position themselves as gurus as opposed to guides. They try to put all of the emphasis on themselves as if to say, my credentials automatically qualify me to work with you. You should work with me because look at my credentials. Look at how many years I went to school and how hard I worked and how many nights I had to burn the midnight oil and study for tests and exams and all of this stuff. And so because of all of the hard work I put in behind the scenes, you should automatically want to line up to work with me. But that's positioning yourself as a guru. That's saying, look at me. I'm the answer to your problem. But that's the wrong approach, because people are not looking for gurus. They're looking for guides. Guides who understand their problem, who understand the results they are trying to get, who understand the nature of business is that in every transaction, the number one question people ask is, how can this help me? What's in it for me? That's all. They're concerned about the result that you can get for them. They're not concerned about you. They're concerned about what you can do for them. So when you wrongly position yourself as a guru, one of the reasons why that repels people is something inherent within all of us, that anytime we put ourselves on a pedestal and we talk a lot about ourselves, it turns people off. It causes people to say, good for you. And then they just kind of roll their eyes and turn in the opposite direction. We call it bragging, being braggadocious, boasting. We consider it also either a mild or extreme form of arrogance. that you're talking about you and you're expecting me to get into you. And so that's a classic mistake, and that actually repels people. So look, I appreciate and respect all of the hard work that you put in, but don't make the classic mistake of leading with your resume. Instead, learn how to position yourself as the guide as opposed to the guru. And that's how you'll find yourself attracting clients rather than people scrolling right past you and being repelled by you. Learn how to properly position yourself so that you lead with results and outcomes rather than leading with your credentials and your resume. So if you would like to learn more about how to properly position yourself so that you can actually get clients for your coaching business and begin making the impact and income that you rightfully deserve, I highly suggest that you click on the link in the description of this video and sign up for my free masterclass, Package, Position, Promote. And there I'm going to show you how to actually position yourself so that you can get clients. Position yourself as the guide as opposed to the guru. Now I'm going to teach you right there in that free masterclass. So go ahead and click on the link in the description, and I'll see you in the next video.